This Ladyfinger strawberry tiramisu roll recipe is an easy dessert and it is so delicious. We love it. I tried it the first time myself, but it was gone so fast and it's really good. Welcome or welcome back to our simple home. I start with making some coffee. I made 4 cups. And I use 3 scoops of coffee. If you like it stronger, use more. If you like it weaker, use less scoops of coffee. It's up to taste, but for me, I thought it was just right. Meanwhile, I prepare my baking sheet with some wrapping foil. I used 2 sheets of wrapping foil. I thought then it would be easier later on to take it off, but I'm not sure if it's the easier way or not. If you have a good idea how to use the wrapping foil so you get it off easy, let me know in the comments. So in this bowl, I pour in the coffee and let it cool. I prepare the strawberries. I used 300 grams of strawberries. I like lots of strawberries in there, so it tastes really fresh and summery, more than so creamy. So I like the strawberries, it's really good taste. Once I'm done with cleaning all the strawberries, I cut them into little squares and fill them back into my bowl. And so I have them ready to use later on in my cream. All done. I used 2 packages of Ladyfingers, that's 200 grams in total. Here I use some paper towels so I don't splash the whipping cream all over the countertop and everywhere. But if you use it on your own risk. But for me it is good so it doesn't splash everywhere. So I use 400 grams of whipping cream. I whip it up. Oh no, I forgot to put in the whippet. So I add 2 packages of whippet quickly before it is already whipped up. So it's not whipped up yet totally, but you see I put it in, so now I whip it up. There you go. Here it's whipped up, nice and creamy. Now I dip the Ladyfingers into the coffee from both sides and then put it onto my plate. So I use 1 package of Ladyfingers on one side and 1 package of Ladyfingers on the other side. So I turn around the baking sheet and then I can do the other package of Ladyfingers. I make sure I put it close together so there is no gap in between. Once I'm done with dipping the ladyfingers into the coffee, I put the baking sheet aside, and then I take my whipping cream and put about 100 gram or 150 gram into a piping bag, or I have this one here, and use that for later on. In a bowl, I add 170 gram of cream cheese and 170 gram of Greek yogurt, 80 gram of sugar. I whisk it to a cream, again with my paper towel coverage, but you don't have to do that. So it's nice and creamy here. Now I add the whipping cream, which I didn't add to the piping bag. I add it to this cream. Now I mix it again, so I have everything nice combined and nice and creamy. Now I add the strawberries I prepared earlier. I fold in the strawberries. Now I'm ready to transfer the strawberry cream over to my coffee ladyfingers. I try to stay a little bit away from the end of the ladyfingers with the cream. So if you enjoyed my video so far, please like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and share my videos with others. That means a lot to me. Thank you very much. Once I'm done with the cream, I show you how I wrap it. It is not easy, I tell you it right away. Everything else is easy, just the wrapping I find is a little bit complicated, because you have to pick up the ladyfingers with the wrapping foil and squeeze it together and make sure it stays together and doesn't open up again. It is a little challenging, but it is sure worth making this dessert for me. I was in a rush this time, so I put this in the freezer, but you can also put it into the fridge for about 6 hours. So now here I prepare the strawberries for the topping. I cut 6 strawberries into half. That's how I decorate this one. I ended up putting some clothespins on this one. I didn't end up filming it, but that's what I did. So it holds together quite nicely. So now I remove the wrapping foil. It is a challenge if you're alone, but if you have some help, it's way easier. But I didn't at this moment, so I had to do it myself. I filmed it so you can see how I did it, because usually nobody shows how they do it. But I wanted to show how I do it. I wrapped it around, like underneath it, and tried to pull it out on the other side. That's what I did, and it worked quite nicely. First I got out the one piece, and then I tried to pull out the other one underneath it. I sprinkled some cocoa powder on top of it, about a tablespoon. Now I add the cream dab with the whipping cream, which I put aside earlier. And I try to make them nice and big. Later on I added the strawberries, but somehow I didn't film it. So too bad, but you know how to just put strawberries on top of the cream dabs. And here you go, it is all done, and now I show it how it looks from the inside. I try to move it over onto my plate. There you go. It looks so delicious and it tastes delicious. I tried it and it is so good. Really refreshing with the strawberries in it and the coffee taste and the cream. All so good. You have to try that. Look at that. How nice and creamy. There you go. Now you can see it better. Strawberry cream and the soft ladyfinger. Very delicious. So good. And then I have some coffee with it. So tasty. Well, see you in my next video. Make sure to like this video. Maybe you want to watch this video next, or maybe this playlist. See you there.